Hey y'all, come on in here. How are you? I am gonna get Ryan in here because his page. So we're gonna launch it from my page. We're gonna be talking all about how you can make $1 million in 12 months or less. And not just any type of million, but how you can make $1 million with your own brand, with your own business, and really, literally change your life. You absolutely can. I'm so excited. I have been filming all day, making content, making YouTube videos, so many different things. Hey. So I want you guys to drop a money bag in the chat. Drop a money bag in the chat. Let's get this millionaire energy flowing. And I want you guys to know something too. You know, I receive a ton of different types of emails. I receive a ton of different types of comments. I receive a ton of different types of questions. And you know, a lot of people are stuck in imposter syndrome, right? If you've ever been affected by imposter syndrome, okay, he's trying to request. If you've ever been affected by imposter syndrome or felt like you didn't know what to do on how to build your brand or felt like you didn't feel qualified, hello!
Hey,
I'm so
Instagram
glad it worked.
let us be great. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on.
I know. I was literally just about to send you a DM like, is it working?
When you first requested, sent me the request, it said the message again, but then when I just requested now it works, so I don't know.
Oh my gosh, we don't know. But hello, I'm so happy we get to do this live. I'm really happy we get to talk and introduce yourself to the people so they know what's up.
Definitely. Yeah, I really appreciate you doing this. You know, I know your time is very valuable. So my name is Ryan McCrary, everyone, also known as the Funnel Doctor. I run a digital marketing agency where we specialize in helping entrepreneurs get to their first 6, 7 figures using sales funnels and paid advertising. We work with tons of different clients in many different industries, from e-com folks, people doing, information products, webinars, challenges, brick and mortar companies, service-based businesses, accountants, lawyers, all the above. So definitely excited to have this conversation. I really appreciate, like I said, I know your time is valuable, so I really appreciate, just doing this.
Oh, of course. Listen, I know the value of what you do. We've spoken on a couple of occasions about getting a funnel for me. So really quick, explain to the people what a funnel is, just to level the playing field.
Definitely the number one question I get. So a funnel is basically your sales process in your business. So what you use to capture leads and then eventually convert those leads into customers. It could be many different ways to do that. If you look at biggest companies in the world, all of them have sales funnels. If you go into McDonald's and you go and buy a quarter pounder with cheese, they're trying to upsell you. Do you want fries and a drink with that? If you go and buy an airline ticket, before you check out, is like a million other things they're trying to offer you. You want to upgrade your seat. You want trip insurance. Do you want a hotel? Do you want a rental car? They bring you through a system, through a process to, at the end of the day, increase the bottom line. So I truly believe every single business in here needs a sales funnel. You need to have something to capture leads, nurture those leads, and then, of course, convert them into customers.
So we need y'all, write this down. If you're taking notes in your notebook, write this down. We need something to capture the lead, nurture the lead, and then convert the lead, right?
Exactly. 100%.
All right. So those are the 3 keys. Now, would you recommend, are funnels good for people in any business or specifically in service and digital product-based businesses?
I truly believe every single business. If you're leads or you need customers or clients, then you need a sales funnel. Now, if your business doesn't need that, which you're going to go out of business, then but I truly believe every single business needs it.
Yeah. But how does a physical product-based business use a funnel?
So you mean like a actual in-person business?
Yes. Or like if they're selling, jewelry or something like that.
Great question. So we work with tons of, physical product businesses, e-com folks and stuff like that. And what we've seen when we tested a lot of stuff, the first major thing is kind of like more of the same. So if
Mm.
you're selling jewelry, you may get someone to buy a bundle. Or, you know, for jewelry, as an example, you may sell a bracelet, but then get the earrings or something to match or something like that.
Yes.
So the main goal with the funnel is to increase the cart value. And especially when you're running ads and spending money on marketing, when you are spending money to acquire a customer, when someone shops with you, you need them to spend as much as they can. So if
Yeah,
you're only offering
absolutely.
one thing, like one item, you know, and you could be offering 5 other things that can be added to the cart, you need to increase the bottom line and increase the cart value by any means necessary.
I love that. So I love the example you mentioned at the beginning. And this is how you guys should be thinking about it when it comes to your brand and to your business, right? So when we go to the grocery store, like you said, grocery store, McDonald's, really any type of store. First of all, my favorite example, and somebody taught me this, I don't remember who it was, but you know, when we go grocery shopping, if you're going in for one thing, maybe some milk, maybe some juice, maybe some eggs, those are all the way at the back of the store
Right.
intentionally,
Intentionally.
right?
Right.
Intentionally. So you have to go all the way to the back of the store to get the eggs, to get the milk, your essential items. And what happens? You end up passing all of the other items in the store before you can leave. This is why when we go to Target, we think we're going to go and spend $5.
Right.
And then we end up spending $105 or $500. And that is how you can really think about a physical version of a funnel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you go in there. It was Carter. Okay, thank you. Where you go in there to get one thing, but everything else is presented to you and it looks so attractive. And that's where we get into the brand and the business building side of it, right? So you guys, in your funnel, and really just anytime you're presenting your product to your customer, you do that with a semi like sales pitch. So a small 30-second or 1-minute video. And I'm always telling you guys, and when you're creating your content, you always have to be sharing with your audience what is the value of the business, what is the value of the product that you have in your business. That's what's going to get them to buy. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the same thing in a funnel. So they might think they're coming in to get one ebook and they leave with a whole masterclass and 2 other products because of the value that you added.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And what I've seen with just a lot of entrepreneurs I work with, people I've consulted with, is they don't think about it as a process. You think about something that you're passionate about. I'm doing this book or this course or this product or whatever, but you're
Yeah.
not thinking about, okay, what else can I sell with it? What else complements what I have? What is a full like process and what they call the customer journey? You may hear that instead of sales funnel. Like, what does that look like? Put yourself in the customer's shoes, and that lets you map out a whole sales process, not just selling an individual product or service.
Absolutely. It lets you map out an entire, like you said, a process. So, like a lot of people in here might be brand new business owners or just trying to get the grasp of this whole online social media world. When someone wants to start a business, do you recommend they start with a funnel right away, or is it something they should build up to?
Great question. So I say yes, but what I tell all newbies, start with a lead generation funnel. So just something that's going to
Mm.
help you build leads or get people on your list. That's what I would say would be step one, because I've seen it tons of times where people launch new stuff and they may not have the success that they wanted. It's because you don't have a list. You don't have
Yeah.
a audience. You don't have a brand. You know, nobody necessarily knows who you are. So definitely start with a lead generation funnel, and we can talk about what does that mean or what type of things you can use as a lead in or a lead magnet. But I would say that's step one, is start with a lead generation funnel.
I love that. So let me break that down for you guys, because that's also what I did when I first started my business. So if you guys scroll back to, hey, Odell, he's amazing. If you guys scroll back to the very beginning of my business, my page, I wasn't selling anything at all. I was driving all my traffic to a lead magnet. So I was giving away a free, I think at the time I had a free guide, and then it became a free ebook. And then I would teach like free master classes, and then I would provide free business strategy sessions. So all of those were ways that I was growing. At that time, I wasn't using a funnel. I just had an email list, right? So one thing I want you guys to know is that at the beginning of your business, that is a really key time for you to nurture your leads, you know, and you want to always be thinking about growing outside of Instagram. So
Right.
of course now I have, you know, a great following on Instagram, but I also have a great email list and I also have a great text list, because you're always making sure that the people who are digesting your content, you're using the leads, you're getting those leads and making sure they're moving over to your email list, to your text list, etc. So when he's talking about a lead magnet, you can give away something like a discount code, a coupon code, you know, a ebook, something like that, to get their emails and texts. And then now you're able to market to them in multiple ways.
Exactly. So like I said, that's what I would say would be step one for people that, you know, are just starting out. Definitely have that where you can generate leads on a consistent basis and then nurture them. And, you know, we can talk about ways to nurture them and automated emails and automation, that whole segmentation and campaigns and flows and that type of stuff. Which
Oh,
is
Lord, yeah, I need your help with that.
right. I got you. Oh no, listen, I can build a dynamic funnel for you. Like literally, you already
I'm so excited.
right. You
You
already
guys,
get
so Ryan, actually, this is what he does. You know, he builds amazing funnels for entrepreneurs, and he is going to help me build a funnel, because I've had funnels, but I've always done them myself. And it's like, no more, no more. And see, this is the real key thing, right? So I've done really well in my business without a funnel. Ryan,
that's
I
why
probably could have like tripled my income if I had a funnel.
right. Yeah, we about to I know you're already at 7. We about to take you to 8 figures with the funnel. For real.
Let's go. That's what I'm most excited about. So I saw someone in the comment mention that they're not selling either. So I just want to talk to you guys about, while you might start with a lead magnet that is free, do not stay there forever. We can't run a business on free. It doesn't work like that. It can't be free. So what would you say are some tips for how someone can transition from, you know, a free offer to now a paid offer?
Yeah, and a lot of that definitely depends on the type of business that you have, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like service based or something high ticket, or if you're just like, you know, physical product or what case may be, it depends.
Yeah.
But I would say the first thing is once they join your list, make sure you have an automated email campaign flow set up. You know,
Okay.
because once
Okay.
they join, how many of y'all, even some people I talk to, like, oh, I got a list, I got a lead man to build my list, but you don't talk to your list. You don't email your list. You
Hello.
don't reach
That's
out to them.
sometimes me.
Right. And because, you know, we're entrepreneurs, we have many different things. We wear in a million different hats. But if you have something automated, you have a campaign they already go to that welcomes them and nurtures them once they join, you won't have to do it. You set it and forget it. You know, you don't have to manually set it up. So I would
Yeah.
say that's the first main thing, is have something set up, and then always think about in your funnel, what's the next thing? Like
Mm-hmm.
where are you leading people to? And
Right.
another mistake I've seen people make is when they think about the lead magnet, your lead magnet should transition back to whatever you're trying to sell. You know, your lead magnet shouldn't just be something that you just put together and like whatever. It has to
Yeah.
go back to actually what you're going to sell.
What the offer
Otherwise,
is.
you're going to be getting people to get the lead magnet on your list, but you're not going to convert them because it didn't make sense for what you're trying to sell.
Right.
So, you know, I would say definitely have like the automated thing, but it depends. I mean, people that are selling high ticket, like us, we sell higher price services. When people
Mm-hmm.
on our list, the next thing is we want to get them on a call because we want to sell them services. So that's, you know,
Exactly.
kind of our funnel. But like I said, it really depends.
I like that though, but I think that's really key, you guys, and that's all a part of building that brand and that business is, you know, that beginning point of offering something for free, building the trust, you know, building the connection with your audience. That part matters, so don't skip that part, but then don't stay there forever too, right? At a certain point, you have to trust that your skills deserve a price tag, right? Number one, your knowledge, your skills deserve a price tag, and that people will pay for them. And they will. Once you make that transition, if people gained a lot of value from your free content, they're going to want to pay you for your paid content. And that's why it's so key, you know, in building $1 million brand. Like I said, I don't really make a lot of money in the first maybe 3-ish, 4 months of my business, but that was all the value building time. Once I put a price tag on it, that's when the money started coming in. Right.
So you had a funnel, you know, loosely.
I had kind of a funnel that I had
Right.
just made up on my own.
Right. Yeah.
You know, But I think that's why this is so key too, because, you know, when I first started, I just was pretty scrappy. You know, I just kind of knew I needed to make money. I had kids. I needed to get it together. I didn't have all this information. So you guys are in a really great position because now you're seeing me talk about what that was like, but you're meeting people like Ryan who can help you to start in a different way than I did. Because if I had started with a funnel, like we said, this might be a whole different conversation right now.
Definitely. But,
You know? So
mm-hmm.
it makes a really, really big difference. So I want you guys to drop in the comments, what are some of your business industries? Because I saw a couple people say, well, how does this work for a life coach? Or how does this work for, you know, barbecue and all these different types of things? So drop your industries in the comments so we can talk about how you also can build $1 million brand and business, even if you are in an industry that you think it wouldn't work in. Because like Ryan is saying, this can work across the board, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen it in so many different businesses, from online to offline. Just even think about an example I always talk about is like, even when you go just to like the dentist office, you know, a lot of times on the advertising, or if you just, you know, it's time, your time to go back, they come in for a free cleaning, you know, checkup, free cleaning. But once you're in there, it's always something else.
Like, oh, you got a cavity.
Right. Right, you got a cavity, or we want to take another X-ray, or you need a deeper cleaning, or a retainer, or a root canal. Like,
Yes. Oh my gosh,
hopefully
it's
stuff you
always
don't
something.
need, but it's always like the next thing. But they're just trying to get you in the door, get you in a chair, and then get you to the next thing. You know,
Yeah.
and that's an example, you know, of offline, when you just go into an organization, you see the process that they take you through.
I love that. So I saw a really good one, which was like a photographer. I think she said a women's empowerment photographer. So what do you think could be a good, like maybe lead magnet or something to start building a list of interested clients for a photographer?
Great. I would say, I don't know how they feel about doing like some type of like, I don't want to say like free shoot, or like,
Right,
you
right.
know, something like
But
that, to like,
something, yeah.
yeah, or something to like, they can like see your work, or like see how you work, or like whatever that looks like, you know, for your margins or whatever. But I would say something like that, just to get their feet wet or get a
I
taste of
like
how
that.
you work. And then from there, it's like, hey, we just did like a couple, you know, shots for you. Do you like them? Yeah, I do. Great. Here's a package that you can get. You know,
Exactly.
I would say something like that, like whatever that looks like.
I actually really like that because, you know, a part of that is building up the social proof. Everybody comment the word social proof. That is so key in building any business, but especially if you want to build $1 million or more dollar business, you have to have that element of social proof. And sometimes that only comes by providing your first few clients with a free or low cost offer. So for example, when I was building up my lead magnet, when I was using my lead magnet and offering free business strategy sessions, I was making sure to get testimonials. Like that was the trade-off, right? It was, I will talk to you for an hour for free about your business. In exchange, please give me a video recorded testimonial. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You got to give me
Right.
some, right?
And that's important because, but a lot of people will be like, I don't want to do it for free. Yeah, I don't want to do a free session or whatever. But just doing that free session and getting those testimonials, how much money were you able to make on the back end from having the testimonials?
So
Right.
much, so much. Because then once I put a price tag on it, I had, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 testimonials of people that I had already worked with. So when I was saying, okay, well now the price is, you know, at the time I think it was like $100, then $200, whatever. People were like, okay, well, I'm going to pay it because I can see that it worked for this person. I can see that it worked for that person. So you, the photographer, you might do free sessions or low cost sessions, or even something really fun is you could, you know, advertise that you're going to do like a small group, you know, kind of like a photo session where everyone gets one individual photo. But during that time, you know, you just kind of bring in some themes of women empowerment. Now you have a group of people that you're able to present your offer to.
Right. And that's important too. And that's genius, of course. And that's important because then you got them in person. And those, you
Exactly.
know, I'm all about selling and strategic ways to sell. And we all know the easiest way to sell someone something is to be right in front of their face.
Literally.
So if you do a free session or whatever, you do good work, and then you got them right there, It's like, listen, you can sell them that package right then and there.
Right then and there.
I do it on the phone,
Absolutely.
online, and that type of stuff.
Absolutely, right then and there, right? And so then your content as well around that business is, I want you guys to be getting creative about the content that you make. That's another huge part of building this $1 million business. The only way you're going to get traffic into your lead magnet is through the content that you post online.
Definitely.
There's no
There's
other
no,
way that they're going to go click the link in your bio if you're not posting anything on your page, right? So your content as a photographer, for example, you're going to post behind the scenes shots. You're going to post, successful client photos that you've already taken. You're going to use reels. You're going to create, some funny or educational videos about women's empowerment and photography. That's going to get people to see you and your business, and then from there actually sign up for your email list or sign up for your text list, and etc.
Absolutely. Don't
So
gotta
that's
be
super
that
important.
hard. It just, when people are presented with the information, it's like, oh, like they have the aha, like, okay, I get it, it makes sense. I'm really big on just keeping it simple and straight to the point, and that's what.
Yes, it makes a huge difference. So I saw another one that I think is good that we can talk about because it's tax season right now. So someone said in the chat that they are I think a tax professional, or maybe they own a tax firm. Now listen, all business owners need help with taxes.
Right.
So first of all, you're in the right place. It's good that you're in this live. Well, whoever you are, you need to comment again so people can get in touch with you. But what would you think is a good maybe funnel or product offering or even lead magnet that they could create in order to get more clients into their business?
Yeah, and we work with tons of accountants before, actually. So a good
Yeah.
one is, one that we've definitely done is like 5 ways to, avoid the IRS, or like something like that, like some type of free information PDF.
Free information.
Book,
Yes,
something
yes.
like that was great. And then the next step for them was really to get them on a call and try to sell them services. We
Yep.
have worked with an account also that sells off webinars. They just do webinars and give information-based trainings. And then from there, they just try to either sell services directly off the webinar or get people to like a call that they can sell them to.
Yes.
So that's, the ones that we've personally done.
I
But,
love that.
with most CPAs or accountants or tax people, the main thing is like once you get someone on the call, and of course you qualify them, you make sure they're the right fit, you ask them certain questions before you even get the call. You don't want to waste time with people, if they can't afford your services, they're not a right fit. But
Yeah.
once you on the call and you get the right ones, like that should be easy money right there.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you, I work with a lot of accountants in terms of a coaching perspective, helping them with their digital products and their content and everything. And an entire other stream of income that you can maximize is creating ebooks and courses around ways to save on taxes.
Absolutely.
This
Definitely.
is what we need, right? You might get to a point in your business where gratefully you might not be able to take on any more one-on-one clients, but a great way that you can still, can you hear me? My phone is about to die. A great way that you can still service them is by creating a course, creating an ebook, creating some sort of guide that teaches them, okay, here are, 100 deductions you can take advantage of in real estate, right? That is something they can implement on their own or with another tax professional, but you still made money off of that. Even though they didn't necessarily go into service with you, you still made money by providing them that educational course, that educational content. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I love that. And I think another great thing for tax people, because I've seen a lot of tax people that just focus on tax season, and it's like have a great surge and like revenue's great, but then when tax season's over, it's like, well, I'm trying to find clients. So what do I do? So like if you're not already doing bookkeeping, or something like that on a monthly basis, or if it's not you, if you can outsource or refer someone and get a referral or something like that. But you definitely, as a tax person, you want to have ongoing services that you offer people. Tax season is great, but you don't want to just depend on tax season.
You don't want to just depend on tax season. Like we want to have a year-round business, and the absolute way you can make a year-round business is by having products that can be sold all the time, right? So when it's not tax season, the courses and ebooks and content and strategy sessions you can provide are how to prepare for tax season, you know, ways that people can be tracking their expenses right now. And so that's how you really, you know, end up building a successful brand, you guys, is when you think about putting yourself in the position of your ideal client and thinking about, okay, what do they need? It's not about what I want to do, but if I'm a business owner, in the example of taxes, if I'm a business owner, I probably need someone with me holding my hand 365, not just 3 months out of the year. You know, I want to make sure that I have access to this information or access to you for the entirety of the year. And that's how you end up building, you know, $1 million brand, because now people are coming to you for information, not just at a certain period of the year, but for the entire year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know, so it makes such a big difference. I like those two examples. There's so many industries, you know. Another thing I want to tell you guys as well is, you know, I don't believe that there's any such thing as like competition. You know, you bring to the table what you bring to the table. Other businesses that might be in the same industry as you bring to the table what they bring to the table. But another great way for you to kind of come up with ideas is to do market research. Right. So if you know that you're a lash tech, but you're not getting clients, go look up other lash techs and see what are they doing. Right. How are they always booked? You know what I'm saying?
We call
what
that
are they doing?
Funnel hacking. That's what we call
funnel hacking. I love that. So what is funnel hacking technically?
Technically, it's like looking at other funnels in your niche or your industry, and then, you know, looking at what they're doing and like, can we model that and stuff like that. And we build tons of funnels, but I'm gonna tell you, we never ever build a funnel from scratch. Like, we always are looking at competitors in the market, doing and going through it, and like, okay, like, how is their design and aesthetically and like their emails, and we don't steal anything, we don't copy anything,
right?
Model and look at, okay, well, what are they doing? Like, what do we like? What do we don't like? And how do we model that and put our secret sauce on it? So that's technically just what funnel hacking is. Yeah, that's what we do.
That's a good idea. And you know what? Really, y'all, that's the way you should run any type of business. Even me, before I started mine, I very well know I'm not the only business coach. I have friends, like real friends, who do pretty much something very similar to what I do, but we're still friends. So I need you guys to realize, you know, when I first started mine, I was absolutely doing market research and looking at, okay, so I'm seeing other people in this industry who are successfully coaching. How are they creating their content? What's working? What's not? What's their engagement like? What types of questions are people asking? And then what differentiates your business ultimately from theirs is the story that you bring, the value that you bring. You know, me as a business coach, I'm going to bring a different set of experiences, a different perspective than maybe someone else. It doesn't mean either one of our, you know, values is less or more than the other, but I'm going to relate to a certain niche of people more so than someone else might relate to my niche of people. And that's the same way you have to see it, right? So you have to look at what is the way that you, as a lash tech, for example, add value in a different way than maybe another lash tech in your city.
Mm-hmm. We call that your USP, your unique selling proposition, which every should have. That's important. So yeah, you definitely gotta think about like what's going to separate you from everyone else, you know, because it's very competitive out here, and you know, no one has any obligation to you or someone else. So like, what is going to make you stand out and be different? And that's what you have to be able to relate to your customers or potential customers.
I actually love that. So everybody comment the letters USP. I'm gonna have to use that. That was cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
That was fancy. I love acronyms. USP, and that stood for Unique Selling Proposition.
Yep.
Unique Selling Proposition. I think that's actually really great. So we do have some questions in the question box. Let me just look and see. Aww. Let's see. I have a door wreath business. Oh wow, what tools does Ryan suggest using to set up your funnel just starting out? Okay, I like this question, Ryan. So what tools do you suggest for someone just starting out?
Yeah, it definitely depends on the type of business, but for e-com physical product businesses, I'm a big fan of Shopify. And Zipify Pages is a tool that works with Shopify where you can build like a standalone landing page or funnel page. So I love those. I love ClickFunnels, of course. That's like one of my favorite platforms. But there are tons of other ones, Kartra or Lead Pages.
So many, and there's like Sam Card.
Yeah, Samcart. I know a lot of y'all love Gumroad and stuff like that.
Listen, I like to leave Gumroad alone, right? Now I had to
No,
leave
I got you.
Gumroad
Don't worry. I
alone.
ain't personally. I mean, Gumroad's okay, but like,
Nah, I
yeah,
left.
I personally don't really like it because
I
it's
had to leave because then I was just like, I mean, it was good. It did me well. It did me well my first year of business. But I started realizing the way I wanted to connect with my audience and the way I really wanted to add value, I couldn't do it.
no,
I couldn't do it there. It's not it's good for just like selling something and getting something out. But in terms of building a long-term brand
yeah,
value,
right.
it's not the one.
It's not, yeah, and you can't really build a funnel from Gumroad.
You can't.
Yeah, you
And so that's something else I wanted to ask you, right? So let's say, someone has their courses on a Teachable or a Thinkific or something like that, but they want their funnel on ClickFunnels. What are ways that people can integrate that, or should they?
Yeah, what we do when we build funnels like that is we create like all the sales pages in ClickFunnels. And
Okay.
once someone buys the course, they get an email to the course content. So like,
Okay, got it.
how much you're purchasing, here's your login info, and then they log into Teachable or Kajabi or Thinkific or something like that. That's how we do it. Because you
Okay,
still,
got it.
and I love those platforms for course content and everything like that, but they don't, do good sales pages and landing pages, and
Right.
so that's how we do it.
I actually really like that. So it allows you guys can really feel confident and know that you can be really in two places at once. It's just a matter of, integration, and Ryan's team can really help you guys with making sure that it's set up the right way. Because let me tell you something, don't try and do these things yourself. Because you'll have an email going here when
Right,
it's supposed
right.
to go there, and people will be emailing, I can't find my content, and it's a mess. So, make the investment to hire a professional. And I'm telling you this as a business owner because I make the investment to hire professionals. It is absolutely necessary, and you can use your business credit to do it. So, period. Get you a business credit card like I teach you guys, and then absolutely do, go that extra mile to make sure it's done right. Because really, once it's done right the first time, can't they use their funnel forever, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about funnels. It can be set and forget it, and make tweaks and stuff along the way. But one thing I do want to point out, which is a pitfall of a lot of people too, is they don't analyze and track their funnel. So once you have people coming through it, you definitely got to look at your numbers and like, what is your cost per click? How many
See
people
what's working.
see what's working, what's not, and for the most part, like with funnels, once you build like a really good funnel, you probably won't need many tweaks and, gotta really change anything much. But you definitely want to like look at it and like track your numbers and like see how it can get better and split tests and like all that stuff. I have seen a lot of people where they get funnels built, but then they don't like track it. They don't look at the back end. They don't try to make tweaks and adjustments to make it better. So that's another thing too that's important.
I actually really love that. So I see an interesting question that I feel like you can tap into. So she says, sometimes I find customers resistant to sharing email contact because of overexposure. Any suggestions?
Definitely, if you don't already, putting some type of clause or like message like, hey, we're not going to spam you. We're not going to
Right.
share your information, like something like that. But
Yes.
that, collecting phone number too, and just having the same type of message like, we're not going to spam you and all that type of stuff. I think if you're giving something really valuable, most people don't care. If it's like, I know I'm going to
Yeah.
get this in exchange for giving you my email, like if it's something valuable that they want, either buying or free, a lot of people don't necessarily care at that point. So I
Yeah.
think you can just kind of get rid of that false belief or whatever by like giving something that's really valuable.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I was going to add as well. The best way to overcome that, behavior or that resistance is make it so good they can't resist. Like they can't not want to give you their info because they just know it's that good, you
Mhm.
know? See me? Okay.
Absolutely. Mhm.
That is the best way to, you know, really overcome someone who doesn't want to give you their email or phone number, is just to make the thing that great. A free class, free guide, free call, you know, people will do it. People will do it. And then that also helps you build that brand trust, because when you don't spam them, then they're like, okay, good. I'm actually glad I subscribed to this email list,
Right.
because I'm not getting 35 emails a day.
Right.
So it was worth it. I love that. Oh my gosh, these are all good questions. Well, Ryan, where can they find you? Is there anything else you want to add to them, to the conversation about building $1 million brands?
Yeah, you can definitely find me, all over Instagram or social media. Our website is www.yourfunnelDoctor.com, www.yourfunnelDoctor.com. I think another thing is important, which we didn't talk about too much yet, is definitely the traffic component, because you can have the greatest funnel in the world. It can look good, great copy, design, great offer, great price. But if you don't have enough eyeballs, if you don't have enough people actually seeing it, then it's not going to be successful. Now, Ellie
Yeah.
doesn't have a problem because she has a great platform. She gets tons of traffic, media outlets and everything like that. But for a lot of folks that start now, you're getting your funnel built, you have to have traffic come into it. So
You
whether
do.
that paid ads, we do tons of paid ads. Even with my own business, we manage about 60, 70,000 a month in ad spend for our clients. So we're all about paid ads and Instagram ads and Facebook ads, but you can do YouTube, Google, whatever, connecting with influencers or affiliate relationships and that type of stuff. But having the paid traffic or just traffic component in general has to be important. Otherwise, your funnel is not going to make money because you don't have enough visitors or eyeballs seeing it.
It makes a big difference. You know, that's so key, because I don't run ads in my business. Did I tell you that?
You didn't, but you don't necessarily need to. I think doing it would 10x you more, but you don't necessarily need to, though.
I mean, I'm glad for that. And I want to run ads. You know, I don't mind it. I think I just never really learned how, or the right way. And I don't know how to fix my Facebook ad account as well. So I'm really glad you mentioned ads in the conversation, because I think some people get intimidated and feel like they can't build a business without ads. And I want you to know that you can. You guys have seen me go from 300 followers to 300,000 followers in the course of a year with not one paid Facebook ad, Instagram ad, anything like that. So truly, if I can do it, you can absolutely do it. But I would say, if you have the ability to run ads, it's a shortcut. It is an absolute shortcut to help you get to your destination that much faster.
Definitely. It definitely is a shortcut. I'm big on paid ads and stuff like that, but it's definitely not the end all be all. I think some people do think that, or they think, well, I'm going to turn on Facebook, Instagram ads and immediately just start making money and that type of
I
stuff.
know.
So, yeah, I
It's
know.
a science.
Right.
So what's the key? So I know, when I'm creating like organic Instagram content, I have to really make sure that I, add a lot of value, and that my captions are really clear, so that people will understand what this business or what my product will do for them, and then go buy. When you're creating an ad, what's the way to get it to convert?
Yeah, good question. I mean, it's most of those same things. I would just say, like with ads, and what we do in our agency is that we just try to amplify that, and we call it
Mm,
amplifier. So, like, if organically, like your stuff is great, you're getting tons of views and traffic. So it's like, okay, how can we just get more of that, and also more consistently, so you don't have to necessarily go and create content all the time. Ads
yeah.
run, you literally wake up and like you got sales or leads like on demand. So that's what I would say. But definitely that's why it also goes back to funnels too, because the ads job is to send people to your page or your funnel or your landing page. Then once they get there, it's like, all right, how do they convert? Is it good copy? Is it on brand? And that type of stuff. So you definitely want to make sure, all those components are in place. But
That
ads,
makes a big
yeah,
difference.
ads, I mean, same thing, good video, good content, copy, all that type of stuff. It just
Yeah.
reach when you're doing paid ads.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what's great, is it really allows you to amplify it. And then it goes back to that funnel, and being really clear on what your business does, the value add, because that's what converts them. Let's say if it's the middle of the night, you're asleep, You can't get on a call really at that time. You know, you can't go live at that time. But when that funnel, when your page is really well set up, even your Instagram page is really well set up, you know, what I find is that a lot of people come to my page a lot, and then they view all my posts, and then that's what makes them decide if they're going to follow.
Right.
And then that's what makes them decide if they're going to buy, you
Right.
know? So
That's
you guys have to be super intentional.
you definitely at least we're gonna set up some retargeting ads for you. So if someone goes to your page, you just keep showing up in their feed too on ads and organically too. But I'm big on retargeting the hell out of people.
See, and that's because, you know what, I was looking at my phone today and it told me that like in the last 7 days, I think like 200,000 people have come to my page.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. Right.
So I'm like, oh, no. Like, y'all can't just come check me out and then leave. You
Right.
come back.
Right.
I need y'all to come back.
That's why, yeah, we need to start retargeting those folks.
So retargeting is so key. So she said, what's retargeting? It's basically like, well, you could explain it better than me because I'll say something wrong.
And I know probably everybody on here has seen this, but let's say you go to a website, you go to buy something, a pair of shoes or whatever, you add it to the cart, you buy it or you don't buy it, or you just go to someone's Instagram or whatever. And then as soon as you like make that action on someone's website or watch a video on Instagram, whatever, their ads start showing up in your feed. Like how many of
They
y'all
really do.
So I'm gonna tell y'all, if anybody follow me or whatever, you might start seeing my ads, you know, and stuff like that. But that's basically what it is. It's just, and it's all done by like a pixel. So like Facebook, and when I say Facebook ads, it's Facebook and Instagram. But Facebook gives you a pixel that you put on like your website or your funnel page. It's basically tracking code. So when someone the page, now like we got you, we can track you. If you went to the page but you didn't buy, we can create audiences around that. Like, oh, I know you went to my page, but you didn't buy. Now we're going to keep showing up in your feed. I know you looked at this product, but you didn't buy. It's like, now we can.
Yeah. It's like a little fly that keeps coming in
right.
your ear, reminding you, hey, wait a minute.
Right.
And you know what, guys? Like, it's just the way of the world. This is how you will end up going to look at something on Google or on Instagram. I remember when, I don't know if Fashion Nova runs ads, but I remember when all these little trending products were showing up all over Instagram. And it was like, I used to be like, I'm not going to their page because I know if I go to their page, I'm going to see the ad every single time I open up this app. But, you know, I always tell myself in terms of scaling my business, the best marketer wins.
Right.
At most of the time, it's not about value, talent, none of that, but it's who can gain the most attention, who can get the most views, who can get the most people's eyes in their direction. Right. That is the business that's going to scale.
Definitely.
So while you're, you know, that's why I encourage you guys to let go of your fear of like creating content and putting yourself out there, because I'm a prime example of the more you put yourself out there, the more people will have an opportunity to see you, like you, and then buy from you. You can't want to scale $1 million business without, you know, wanting to be present.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, because somebody had called me, so I wanted to make sure. But yes, Ryan is a smart dude, a super smart dude.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Someone put that in the comments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really just, honestly, like, I've just had a lot of experience now to work with like tons of different businesses and different niches and industries and 6-figure companies, 7-figure companies, and, you know, a lot of stuff we just learned along the way. And of course, you know, I still invest in myself and coaching and trainings and hiring other people and stuff like that. But a lot really from like doing stuff that we've seen and tested and tried out. And also, you know, we are an agency, but like I spend my own money on ads and invest in my own funnels and stuff like that too. So we can really see like real time what's working in the marketplace.
I actually love that. Oh, there's so many good questions in the box. I don't know. Okay, so 2 more that I want to get your opinion on. So someone has a notary business, and then this lady that has a door wreath business. She makes wreaths. This is a hard one. Even me, I'm like digging deep into my business coaching bag to think about what can we do for a door wreath business.
Door wreath business.
I feel like it could be seasonal,
Yeah,
but
it could be.
right. But maybe they could step out of that seasonal box and just create wreaths for different occasions. For, you know what I think? Like, I think that's got to just be one element of your business. You guys have to look at how you can create businesses that aren't so niche that they become like impossible, right? So with your door wreath business, I think that that can be one element. And what you're going to really have to invest in is creating content around you making the wreaths.
Right,
That has to be the interesting part, right?
right.
So, documenting when you go shopping for the materials, getting one of those cameras that is above you while you're literally putting the wreath together. People love to watch that stuff on like TikTok and
Hmm.
Instagram and YouTube. They love that. That is going to be the other element of your business, is selling the wreaths, but then also creating content around the experience of making the wreath. That is what can start making you some money.
Mm, I would definitely agree 100%. And still always going back to it. Any business that, we talk to and work with, always think about clearly, what problem does this solve? So I think a lot of people
Yes.
get off track or don't think about it enough and get passionate about what they offer. But like always come back to like, all right, think about it. What problem does this business solve, or this
Yeah.
product, service, whatever? And then go back to like, okay, well, I know what problem it solves. So what are the pain points? And being able to relay that to them is going to definitely help sales.
Exactly. I think that's really good. And that's always a good, kind of checks and balance you can do on yourself. Anytime you're thinking about adding another service or adding another product to your business, or starting even your first business, absolutely. It needs to solve a problem. What pain point does it address? Because our nature as humans, we're willing to get ourselves out of uncomfortable situations, either by having to pay or use time or something. So if you're, a client or your audience's pain point is maybe they have acne, or maybe they can't grow their hair, or they're really trying to lose weight, right? That's a pain point.
Right.
So your business is providing the service, providing the solution or the pleasure to that pain point via your coaching, maybe a vegan or a recipe cookbook, maybe a skincare line, right? They're going to be willing to pay for that to get away from the pain that they're currently dealing with.
Exactly. I love that, and because,
Boom, bada boom.
yeah, definitely. Because I think I know what, some people I've worked with before or talked to, like when it comes to like selling or whatever, or like, I don't want to seem sleazy, or, like sales, like something like that. But I always think like you're not always necessarily selling something, like you're solving a major problem. So if you truly
Yeah,
in what you offer and the problem that your product or service solves, you have a moral obligation to sell it to people. So I think just thinking about it that
that part,
way
y'all.
too.
And
For
that's a huge thing, when it comes to building $1 million business. You really have to believe that you deserve to have $1 million business.
right.
Like, that is the biggest thing I think that's not talked about enough. It's not, like you said, it's not just about only selling, but it's about really believing that your product works, that your service works, that you're good at what you do, and that you believe in it. Because if
Right.
you don't believe in it, no one else is going to believe in it.
Exactly. 100%.
And thus nobody is going to buy, and then we'll be in this same cycle. So the belief is what matters. The mindset is what matters. And again, when you do believe that, you have that obligation to help these people solve this problem, that is what is going to make you show up consistently for your business, which is required. That's what's going to make you, be disciplined in your business. That's also required. And so you have to start with that foundation of like, I deserve. Everybody write that in the comments. Comment, I deserve. I
Right.
deserve the $1 million.
Right. Definitely. 100%. Seriously, claim that.
Claim it. You know what I'm saying? I deserve the $1 million. And you do. And you really, really do. But you have to know that you do. And then you have to operate from that space every single day until you see it in your bank account.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Then it becomes 100 mil and then a billion.
Right.
Listen, let's get into these $1 billion. Hello.
Right. For real.
Man. We got work to do.
Yeah, listen,
I got about 990 million to go.
right. I mean, listen, you on track.
You know, we're getting close though. 1 million at a time. We're just gonna keep chipping away at that block.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I deserve the million. Awesome. Well, Ryan, this was so amazing. Did you guys get value from this? Drop a gem if y'all got value from this live today. If you guys learned a lot in this live today, drop a gem because I know I did. And I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this to my page.
Mm-hmm.
Richard. I see so many people in here that are amazing business owners as well. Yes, we see the gems. We see the gems. Amazing. So you guys, if you haven't already, make sure that you click above, follow Ryan, stay connected. And then when my funnel is up and running, that Ryan is going to help me with, I just want y'all to be ready, okay? Listen.
For real, definitely got you.
I'm about to have all the little, and don't be surprised when y'all start seeing my ads all
Right.
over your feed, okay? Because I'm about to retarget you too.
Right.
I'm about to retarget you too. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. This was so amazing. We have to do this again.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, anytime. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I know you're very busy and, you know, you're a boss out here really killing it. But yeah, definitely, I know we'll talk more offline, but we got you on the funnel, the ads, everything. We're going to definitely do everything full service. We got you. So don't even worry.
I'm excited. All right, you guys heard it here first. So make sure y'all tap into Ryan, and he's going to help all of you guys get set up super well with your funnels and everything. And I can't wait. So let's go. Let's go get this million.
All right, let's get it.
Love y'all. Bye.